Right, so welcome back to the channel. We're down in London for Salon Prive London. The gates have just opened, everyone's just poured in. It looks like there is a lot to see here. The sun's shining, so it looks like it's going to be a good day. Let's go and check it out. Right, check out the colour and spec on this 750S. That's really nice. We've seen this Senna quite a few times. This is from McLaren London. One of my favourite specs of Sennas I've ever seen. Full carbon fibre exposed body with the green calipers, the yellow accents. This pays tribute to Ayrton Senna himself, so this is one of the best specs I've ever seen and one of my favourite features. Let me just show you over here. It's the way they've weaved through the carbon fibre the Ayrton Senna logo. Just check that out. Yeah, how Sennas go, this is one of my favourites. Right, so this is a pretty interesting lineup. This shows you the progression and the research and development that went in to go from the 458 to the LaFerrari that's at the end. So they started with a 458, and then this was the test mule that you saw around Maranello all the time. They nicknamed it M09, I think it was, because of the number plate on the back. So this is a 458 that they then used to test and develop all the things for the LaFerrari. And then they moved on to the test mule that was named M10 because the number plate on the back. So this, as you can see, is the start of the LaFerrari. Couldn't use it on the road or the track. I think it was limited to like 30 kilometers an hour, but this is where they tested everything. That was the test bed for the LaFerrari, and then it eventually went on to the LaFerrari itself. So yeah, you can see how they went from the 458, 2 iterations of test mules to get finally to the LaFerrari. It was nearly 10:30, so they're firing up all the supercars and they do like a parade. Take it through this garage here, talk about them, and then they drive round onto the lawn. So let's get a good spot and check out all these.
Lovely Ferrari Roma. And there, what? F90. The club was a 9, SEC stands for.
Martin Valkyrie, the most amazing that I've owned that car for about this. I hadn't really done probably known to Kingdom.
It's these cars, all these Martins, Royal Navy, along with all the others.
Enjoy the experience. It's actually very driving. Just amazing. Take carbon fibre. Those options weren't.
That was a crazy parade of supercars just coming past us then. I think they're trying to get everyone lined up and parked up on the lawn. So let's kind of a proper look around now. So this was one of the main reasons I wanted to come to this show, to see the Koenigsegg Jesko. I've never seen one in real life. I mean, pictures and videos online just do not do this thing justice. The sculpture and presence of this car is crazy. Obviously, it's got its 5-litre twin-turbo V8 producing 1,600 brake horsepower, and that massive rear wing and the downforce produces over 1,400 kilograms of downforce. Yeah, 0 to 60, I think it's 2.5 seconds. This thing is just ridiculous. Right, I've seen some supercars and hypercars pull some crowds and some times, but the Koenigsegg Jesko is absolutely swarmed all the time. Yeah, there's a Koenigsegg Jesko under there somewhere. Right, so this is another car I'm seeing for the first time today, the new Aston Martin Vantage. So I love the styling and the colour. So this keeps its 4-litre twin turbocharged engine, but power has been hiked up to 656 brake horsepower, so it puts it in direct firing line of the Porsche Turbo. What would you take, Porsche Turbo or the new Vantage? In this colour, I think I'll take the Vantage. Talking about colours on Aston Martins, check out the purple on this DBX 707. That looks so nice. This metallic purple with like a cream interior. That looks so nice. I love these from the back. As a family car, as a daily, I think that's probably up there. It's got to be one of the best dailies you can have. I'd take that over a Urus, I think. Right, so when you think of car brands having to go all electric, I think it lends itself so well to one particular brand, and that brand is Rolls-Royce. Because when you think of Rolls-Royce, you think of effortless power, torque, as quiet as possible, effortless, and I think that is everything you get from an electric power unit. I've read reviews and watched a lot of videos. Nobody said anything bad about this Spectre. Yeah, I'd definitely love to have a go in one of them. But yeah, electric power to Rolls-Royce, I think it's a perfect match. Don't get me wrong, the Spectre is a massive boat of a car, and I wouldn't want to park it in London, but the proportions of it work so well. I think it's definitely a good-looking car. So the Supercar Club did a parade earlier, and they were all members' cars, but now the manufacturers are bringing all their cars along here. So you can see you've got the Porsche and the Brabus and the McLaren, Aston Martin and the Lotus, and then you've got all the manufacturers waiting to do the parade here. Even got an Jensen Interceptor. Lovely Ferrari SF90 there. I've never wanted an SF90 to get out of the way so I can see an MG, but this is the new MG Cybestar. I think it's actually a really interesting step for the brand. So the specs are, that's the SF90. So I think the specs is they do a 4-wheel drive, 2-motor one, so it's 0 to 60 in about 3.2 seconds, which is about 510 brake horsepower, and a range of about 277 miles an hour. Then they're going to do a 2-wheel drive one, which is going to be a bit slower. I think it's going to be 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds. But what do you think, guys? What do you think of the styling? I think that's a nice looking little car. It's pretty cool from MG. To put it into scale, this is an all-electric, a Microlino. I think if I've said that right, all-electric car. And then look at the Rolls-Royce Spectre. The size difference is just crazy. I think that's probably about 8 of them you could park in the same space that you could park a Spectre in. But the spec on this one's lovely, really nice. That baby blue with the orange pinstripe down the shoulder line looks lovely. Right, so I really liked the Maserati MC20 when it came out. I didn't know how they were going to make it any better, but I've taken the roof off and putting it in a candy apple red with a cream leather interior. That definitely looks better. So imagine the roof off, you got your 3-litre V6 with a 630 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in just under 3 seconds, and pretty much top speed of 200 miles an hour. But yeah, I really like this. Right, so 58 Bugatti Veyron Grand Sports were made, and 2 of them are here, both up for sale. Price apparently is on appointment, so if you have to ask the price, you probably can't afford it. But yeah, so really famous car for its engine, 8-litre W16, 64 valves, 1001 brake horsepower with a top speed of 253 miles an hour with the roof on. Yeah, proper Concorde moment this was for the automotive industry. Always cool to see one here, and to see 2 is really special. Right, so if your wallet is big enough, and to be honest, probably a lot of people around here have got big enough wallets where we are, but a lot of the cars on the lawn around here are actually for sale, price and spec and everything. So if you wanted to, you could buy yourself a classic car today. So taking for example, this 1963 Aston Martin DB4 is up for sale. So its asking price is £525,750. What do you think? That's a beautiful car. And then you have this 1965 Jaguar E-Type Series 1 4.2 litre Roadster. Lovely car. This could be yours for £325,000. So this is a real favourite of mine. This is a 1967 Mercedes-Benz 250 SE, and this could be yours for 50 quid, under 200 grand. A lot of car though, really like that. Right, so this is a 1989 Porsche 911 Turbo 930. No price on this, it says price on appointment, so you know that's going to be expensive. Right, so this is a really interesting stand for me. So Polestar are doing some really interesting things. I think you've got the Polestar 3, and then in there you've got the Polestar 4, and I was just chatting to Mark from Polestar. He says their test drives will be available in the next few weeks, maybe a month or so, so that'll be a cool video to come, because we're actually thinking to change our Tesla Model 3 for maybe one of these 2, and I think they're pretty good looking cars. I think they look cool. So I have to say, I think the price of this is crazy. This is £70,000. This is a 1978 Datsun 260Z. Money no object. I'd probably buy this, take the RB26 engine out of a Skyline and plonk it in there. I know a lot of people have done them, but I don't know if I could do that with £70,000 donor car. Right, so if I had a spare 300 grand, I think this is my favourite car on the lawn so far. This is a 1993 Porsche 964 3.8 litre RSR. Yeah, 300 grand, this could be yours. Unfortunately, my pockets aren't quite deep enough. To come and check out the Pagani Huayra Roadster. The spec on this as well is absolutely incredible. The candy red with the gold accents. Such a beautiful looking car. 6 litre V12, 767 brake horsepower, something around there. But yeah, always cool to see one of these. But that spec is lovely, really, really nice. Right, there's Shmi himself, kind of the guy that got me into all this in the first place. Right, so another brand I'm always excited to see is Singer Porsche. I love the spec on this 911, this pearlescent white with kind of like a mustardy yellow accent. Sounds a bit weird, but looks really cool. And then check out the interior. I don't know if you can see it on camera there. Full mustard yellow interior. Looks so cool. And then you've got the DLS sitting next to it. We've seen this, this got unveiled at Goodwood. I think when we saw it at Goodwood, it had the big whale tail kind of spoiler on the back. So DLS stands for Dynamic Lightweight Study. So they're trying to get the best and most amount of performance and handling out of this. So, but yeah, always cool to see. Really nice duo. Look really, really nice. Quick walk down this crazy line of cars. This must be the Martini sponsored area. So this is one of 918 made. Obviously the Porsche 918 looks really cool with the Martini livery and the Weissach pack on it, and then a Martini liveried Dakar. We actually saw this driving through Sloane Square, pulling in as we turned up. Looked really cool on the move. I really like these things. And then another Martini liveried Porsche Turbo. Martini livery looks so good on everything, doesn't it? That looks so cool. And then I think this is one of the most expensive paint jobs you can ever pretty much get from McLaren. This is a full MSO Senna. I remember we saw this before and I looked into how much this paint job costs and how many man hours it took, and it was ridiculous. So it's a very expensive Senna, but looks super, super cool. I like that. And then just chilling next to it, a Ferrari F12. Not a bad lineup. Right, I was saying one of the main reasons I come to this show was to see the Koenigsegg Jesko for the very first time, because I've never seen one. And I didn't know, I've seen one, and now I didn't know there was two here. Right, so this is the chili red Jesko that we've seen on Mr. JWW's channel, because he's the co-founder of Koenigsegg London. So we've seen this a lot. I think, if I'm right, this was the first Jesko into the UK. But yeah, this is a really nice spec. The red, the chili red pops, makes the car look awesome. Really shows off the lines of the car. In the crowd. So that's one Aston Martin Valkyrie. Unfortunately, I didn't come yesterday. I think they had the world record of the largest gatherings of Valkyries here. I think it was 15. I think Adrian Yu was here yesterday with his personal one as well. So yeah, it was a shame I didn't come yesterday, but it was cool to see one. Right, so like I said earlier, I think there's some people that have got some very deep pockets around here. And this kind of proves my point. There's some people helicopter shopping. Right, we just bumped into Tim, Shmi150, had a chat with him. Always cool to see him. And this is his 675 LT that we've seen a few times. He just took this down the Supercar Club parade. So it's cool to see that on the move. He's had this quite a while, but lovely looking car. It's aged really well and lovely spec. He specs his car so well. One thing I love about the Supercar Club they've really put some time and effort into organising the cars. They've done it in colours, and then when they did the parade area, they were all in groups and manufacturers on the colours. It was pretty cool to see, but yeah, I really like the way they put all the yellow cars here. It's really cool. Right, in the comments below, please let me know what colour this is. I think this is the nicest spec GT4 RS I've seen. I love that colour with the silver wheels and the carbon fibre. That just looks so nice. That is, yeah, definitely the nicest spec GT4 RS I've seen. But yeah, in the comments, let me know. Anyone know what colour that is? Always cool to see one of these sitting pretty in the sun on the lawn at Salon Prive. Is this CCR. Let me just be a bit of a nerd and give you some facts about this car. So the CCR was an evolution of the CCAS. The CCR was produced between 2004 and 2006, and only 14 of them were produced. 806 brake horsepower, 920 newton meters of torque, and revs to over 7,500 RPM. 0 to 60 was 3.2 seconds. Right, and the CCR actually broke the Guinness World Record in February 2005 in Italy for the fastest production car. It reached 388 kilometers an hour. Broke the record, which was previously set by the McLaren F1 8 years before. We just saw that Aston Martin Valkyrie leave. I thought that was the only one that was here today, because I think there was 15 here yesterday, set the world record for the most amount in ever one place, but I've just spied, I think there's a couple more over here. Let's go and have a look. I spy 2 more Aston Martin Valkyries. These things are just ridiculous. Adrian Newey's kind of masterpiece of aerodynamics. It is ridiculous that these things wear number plates and can drive on the road. I mean, the expression race car for the road is just bantered around too much, but this is literally a race car for the road. Right, it's always special to see an Aston Martin Valkyrie. These things are ridiculous, and it is crazy these things wear number plates, and Aston Martin, Red Bull, and especially Adrian Newey's definitely worked his magic with these things. But yeah, 150 Valkyries were made. I think it was 85 Spiders, and then 40 AMR Pros, track-only versions are going to be made. But yeah, these things are crazy. I do like this one, but you've got to check this one out. The exposed burgundy red carbon fibre of this. I don't know if the sun's gone in, but you can see that carbon fibre. That just glistens in the sun. That just looks crazy. Yeah, this is my favourite one, but it would have been crazy to be here yesterday and see all 15 of them. But right, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the Aston Martin Vantage that won the GTE class in the Le Mans 24-hour race back in 2020. Right, so if you grew up in the 80s like me, you definitely had a poster of one of these on your bedroom wall. I did. Mine was red. I think they say never meet your heroes. I don't mind meeting it. I don't think I'd want to drive it. I think they're a bit of a pig to drive apparently, but which one do you have? Would you have the black or the white one? So they're both slightly different. This is an LP 400S up for 800,000, and then the black one is a 500S, and that's up for 865,000. But I think the white one looks cool. But it might be the Wolf of Wall Street that's kind of done that to me, but definitely looking cool. With you, I don't know what's happening. There's another parade, loads of cars starting up, so we're chasing an F40 at the minute. Let's see if we can catch it up.
Icon, the
Le Mans win. I mean, the Acoste cars. The feel is amazing. You just feel, you just want.
And you know, with 4 in the car, they're going to sit a bit low at the back. That's fabulous.
Trying to keep track of everything. There's so many parades going on. There's all these, I don't know if you can see here, all these classic cars now all lined up. So when we first got here, they did the Supercar Club parade, then they did the manufacturers parade, and now they're doing the classic parade. So if you just come and want to visit, you can just stay down there, all the cars come to you, and the guide just tells you all about them. But I'm trying to run around and see everything here, so if I had time, I'll just stand down there and listen to all of them. So let's see if we can get near this Jesko now. This was absolutely inundated with people when we first got here, but it's thinned out a little bit, but it's really cool to see the Jesko. This is the first time I've ever seen a Jesko. It looks so nice in black. So you've got the Jesko here, then you've got the Regera, looks so nice with the silver, the exposed carbon fibre stripe, the full exposed carbon fibre wheels. They look so cool. Koenigsegg doing that for the first time. And then over here you've got the Agera N. Again, full exposed carbon fibre wheels in white with the exposed carbon fibre. That looks so cool. Yeah, really nice trio here. Really nice to see all three together. But the Jesko for me, car of the show. Right, so I had to come down to the Lotus stand to check out what they got here. They got the Emira and the Electra. What do you think, guys? I always really liked the Emira, especially this is the first edition, so red with black wheels, and the red interior looks really nice. But yeah, I really like this. Definitely need to get a drive. So yeah, you see their first edition. But yeah, the red looks so cool. But what do you think about the Electra? A lot of people aren't sure about the direction Lotus are going in with their new owners and things like that, but I have to say the Electra for me, I think looks pretty cool. If the electric's the way we got to go, I think styling and everything looks pretty cool to me. But put in the comments, what do you think? Is the Electra cool? Is it good looking? Right, had to come and sit in the Emira. I've never sat in one of these, seen loads of them. I really like the first edition, I really like the red interior. Start-stop button's pretty cool, I like that, makes it an occasion. Manual 5-speed box, that's what it's all about. Proper driver's car this, I think. But everything you touch in here, everything you touch is so nice quality, really nice. Lotus is definitely doing the right things at the minute. I would definitely put one of these in the garage. I need to speak to Lotus. Lotus, if you watch this video, can you give me a press car so I can get a full drive and a proper review on this?
See every day.
Well, it was rude not to come and have a look at the Electra. I have actually sat in one of these before at Goodwood, but I really genuinely contemplating changing my Tesla for one of these. I think the build quality and everything you touch is really nice. I have to say the Tesla's getting a bit too minimalistic for me, and everything tactile on here feels so nice. Yeah, Lotus is definitely doing the right things. I think they're really great. A lot of people are slagging this Electra off, saying it's not the direction Lotus should go, but I think it looks really nice. I definitely need to get a test drive in one. So yeah, Lotus, if you see this video and you can get me a drive in the Electra or the Emira, yeah, you'd make me a happy man. But yeah, definitely how'd you get out, but definitely down on the list. Right, let's just check out the little lineup here. Obviously we've got the chili red Jesko, really nice colour on this Pista, that looks lovely. And then an 812 super fast, just sitting there, always a favourite, lovely, one of my best GT cars I think. 308 Ferrari 308, that looks so low, so small compared to everything else. Really nice Emira. And then you've got an Elise, a couple of Porsches, and then another 812 down there. I think that holds the Guinness World Record for the most amount of signatures on a car. We've seen this at a show when it was being signed before, but yeah, I think this raised a lot of money for charity. You paid and you signed this car and it broke a world record, the most amount of signatures on a car. So that's a cool thing. We've got about half an hour left of the show. It's winding down, but Salon Prive every year is an amazing show. If you haven't been, definitely put it on your list for next year. And if you can, come to Salon Prive, Blenheim Palace. I'll see you there in August. They have a second show in August. But yeah, crazy. All the awards have been given out. All the rosettes have been given out to all the cars. I think the Ferrari F40 won the People's Choice Award, which was pretty cool. But yeah, crazy collection of cars here. So yeah, we're gonna last little dash round, see what else we can see. But it's winding down now. Right, so we're over on the Brabus stand. Always cool to see what they bring each year. So we've got the Porsche 911 Turbo. That looks so cool in that grey. That looks really nice with all the carbon fibre. And then you've got the Bi-Turbo 800 G-Wagon over there. You've got a Nardo grey one over there. But this is the first in the UK 2024 SV. So this is the Brabus SV. It's got delivery mileage on it. I think the guy was saying that they just finished it literally a few days before the show. Looks so cool in back. Massive 24-inch wheels, all carbon fibre trim around the front. Looks so cool. But yeah, they take the top spec, don't they, from Range Rover and make it even crazier. Let's check out inside. Look at the quality of the leather and everything inside.
That actually perfect.
Blenheim later on in the year, and then back again next year.
Right, that's it guys, I think we are done. I think we have done Salon Prive London 2024. It's been a crazy show. There's been some crazy cars here, met some awesome people, but I think we're done. I think we've seen everything. So I hope you like the content. I hope it's made you come next year if you haven't been. Again, don't forget, there's Salon Prive, Blenheim Palace in August. If this has given you a bit of a taster and you like the look of it. But again, hope you like the content. Don't forget, subscribe and like. It's really helping the channel out at the minute, guys. So, but we'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, always cool to see a Jesko. First one I've seen, well now I've seen two.